75 and assumed we were in winners semifinals. But this is loser semifinals. We got Conner 75 and VioletPumpkin. Joining me on comms today is Par 2. Mornin, welcome.
Hello, hello. How's it going, Tudos? I am happy to be here. I assume you are too.
I am, and I'm very happy that we just found out as of yesterday that DK64 Randomizer will be at AGDQ 2026. That is just so hype.
Yeah, it's great. As a matter of fact, one of our runners that we have right here now, I hear, will be one of the racers in that AGDQ submission, Conner 75 himself.
Yep, he will be there doing a race with this one random dude named Carver Don't Care. Dude, I don't know who that guy is, but anyway, let's we're gonna go ahead and talk about this match for now here. I'm gonna go ahead and switch over to the item screen. Boom. As you can see, we have a lanky, tiny start. We do get a boom balloon, and we do get saxophone to start off with. So 2 moves right away. This is a pretty solid start because I feel like a lot of times we just don't see like any useful moves at the beginning. But boom balloon really isn't particularly useful regardless, but saxophone may have some uses. I guess we'll find out.
Yo, I'm not going to lie, if it were me in this race, I'd be beelining straight to the helm lobby to see if the fairy is anything. And the sax pad. Like, we potentially have everything we need in order to check those 2.
Yeah, I feel like we're gonna see a check of that pad earlier than normal here, because if you do have a boom balloon to get up into helm, that is 2 checks right away that are basically Series 0 for the seed. So that is a very good call out here. We'll see if these runners adjust to that based on this start. Let me see here. So it looks like they started about on time. It is 8:19 p.m. Central, so we should be starting within a minute here.
Overall, the Kong start I'm also quite happy with, personally. I am always happy to have one of the back flippers. And honestly, Lanky with a move, I'm happy about. And we have 2 instruments even. We get Chunky, we get Triangle, too.
Yeah, well, I'm wonderful to see tiny chunky helm. That would be really convenient for our racers, but the sickos in the chat would probably like to see the world's worst casino. So we'll see what we get tonight.
No, not again, not again. I'm still reeling. I'm still reeling.
What, you don't want to be a part of the 2nd greatest seed ever that gets restreamed?
I don't want another 3-hour marathon. We're starting, by the way.
All right, we are doing our normal start here. We'll go to Fairy Island. We got a golden banana in the tiny cage and a fairy on the fairy check. So 2 vanilla item locations right away. Oh, here we go. Connor's gonna go check out the pad.
Yeah, I would too, legitimately. I think that it is not a bad call. Looks like we're going to be peeking lobby 3 on Violet's end instead. Wow, it's caves. I wonder if we're going to be going there.
It was very quick, but Castle Tiny has Diddy Kong.
Yeah, and the helm pad is Monkey Port, so no quick 2 checks for us.
Boriska Splat has Donkey Kong, so there's a pretty good chance we're going to be seeing DK pretty early here.
Always happy to see that, just getting our ground movement situated early on. The only Splat that I think would be difficult to access would be, the Owl Tree one? We're not anywhere close to getting that one.
I mean, they already have Lanky, so they just need Grape, but yeah, they can't get it regardless right now. Conner, as you can see, beelining it straight for this Splat in the back of the DK barn here. We'll see if this is DK. It'd be kind of fitting because it's his area.
Yeah. Nice and fitting. You'd be able to collect some CBs on the way out, potentially.
But not today. On the meantime, if you look on the right side here, VioletPumpkin is actually going to be doing the Diddy Attic Rafters without Diddy Kong. Looks like she has learned this very well here. She's going to be trying to get that golden banana out of logic. I'm
terrified every time I try to do this, and doing it with Tiny, like, completely in the dark. No gun either.
That
like,
was a
use the
masterclass. Oh my goodness. Violet came to play, everyone.
Yeah. It just goes to show just how well practiced everyone is. Even like you get this deep into losers, like you have to be this good, right?
Yeah, like you're guaranteed. Like if you lose here, you get 4th place. So like, these are the best of the best left. Aztec Diddy Metal Wave the Horde.
All right, that one's relatively easy to get. It's just gonna be a matter of getting Diddy and probably one of his big moves in order to get that.
Yeah, you would think it's like a lot of Diddy's moves, especially Peanuts, tends to show up early and often. So hopefully that's the case here. We'll see. Meanwhile, chat is lamenting that the bean is dead. That is very sad to have a dead bean seed within 2 minutes of the start. In the meantime, there is a lanky potion in Funky's. And Funky himself is in Funky Forest. Or Fungi Forest, excuse me.
Fungi, fungi, fungo. Sure, let's go with that one. Fungo Forest. I've renamed it. You're welcome.
All right, you heard it here first on the stream, chat. New name, Fungo Forest.
What am I even doing here?
Well,
right.
We are going to the giant mushroom here. It's gonna be our first glimpse here. Now, Connor's gonna be slightly ahead here because he did not do Diddy's Rafters. VioletPumpkin obviously did. Got a golden banana in this bonus barrel, and you'll see runners generally do bonus barrels if they have GBs early on. There's just pretty good value at the pace you get golden bananas.
Yeah, right now, unfortunately, we are with no alternatives but to climb the mushroom today, but you gotta.
All right, so it is a Mad Maze Mall. The vanilla music for Mad Maze Mall is pretty sweet. Kind of sad it doesn't show up in Randomizer. Maybe someone will plan to it in. Maybe I'll plan to it in my next seed, actually. It's very good.
It's a music track I don't think of too often, but like, yeah, like the mini music in this game is like actually pretty good. Like aside from the standard one, which gets burned into my skull after a while.
We have another potion sighting here. We have DK buying a potion from Cranky. Now, we should be able to get DK here as long as he's not in Owl Trees. So it's possible, like if this displays DK, for instance, we'll just jump on over and see how much that is. DK has a few coins accessible here, but not a whole lot in Forest. We'll see if that plays out.
It's looking like we're hoping for the 50-50 of DK being on Chunky's Splat now. Otherwise, he's locked up by the Owl Tree, huh?
Yeah, and we'll have to see if we can find Grape in that case. It's always feels so bad climbing the inside of the giant mushroom when you don't have Chunky, because you miss out on all of these bananas, and it just feels bad if you have to go back later and re-climb, or I guess re-fall in most cases with Chunky just to get these bananas.
Look, I mean, if it's me, I'm just going to accept that, like, you know what? If Chunky Forest Metal is something important in this situation, I'm just owned. And that's going to be how it is. Ideally, I would only come back here if I got a hint about it.
I believe that was Japes and Aztec has our slams.
Yeah, Japes and Aztec.
And I see Funky.
No. Yep.
Chat,
okay.
are you ready for a new funky mode?
Oh no, he's going to steamroll the difficulty of the game? Question mark? I don't know. Or at least in this case, he's going to give us the ability to buy some extra money. Not money, items. We use the money to buy items.
Yeah. We have an out of logic trick here. You can kickslide up the giant mushroom as Lanky to get to the top and slam the switch. That will get you into these 2 rooms. Again, out of logic, but you do get some extra Lanky bananas as well as potentially 2 extra checks. We're not getting the medal, obviously. / we don't care about the medal.
Yeah, the CBs are at least nice. Puts you just a little bit closer to that Lanky medal.
All right, is this going to be DK? There he is!
There he is. Yep.
Welcome to bonus stage.
Oh, well, I have bad news. We're not doing this. We're not doing that bonus barrel. I feel like whenever you want to do a bonus barrel early, it always ends up as that one. All right, so DK has 3 coins. We're gonna find out if this is a cheapo potion here. There's 3 additional coins behind the clock. Okay, it's 4. But
yeah,
Connor can just go get the 3 coins behind the what is that? The cuckoo clock, whatever that is.
Yeah, yeah, cuckoo clock. That's right.
Yeah, I mean, is there even a clock on it? I don't even remember.
I mean, it has the cuckoo
DK64
bird.
fan.
Presumably, there's a clock somewhere up there, but I haven't seen the cutscene in so long.
Ooh, coconut shooter in the shop. That is a good find.
Absolutely amazing. We almost always need coconut shooter in these season 4 seeds, but so it's really nice to see it early.
All right, chat, you can now discuss and theorize how Coconut Gun will ruin the seed. Thank you very much. Here's something really interesting, though. We have not seen a single multipath hint. That is extremely rare this early, or I guess this late into the start of the seed.
Yeah, last time I was on commentary for a scene in which that happened, it ended up being an interesting affair, to say the least.
All right, so there's going to be another hint door here. We'll see if this is anything. Outer Isles 1 potion. Still no multipath hint. This is very surprising. And Diddy Tiny is going to be our Helm Kongs. This means we do need Rocket Barrel. But at least we have Saxophone, so you still only need to get 2 items to get into Helm. On top of a Monkey Port, of course.
Monkey Port, Guitar, and Rocket Barrel are currently our Helm checklist. We will see if that ends up growing at all. You never know, you could always get 2%ed in the Diddy minigame.
Oh, jeez. Hey, you can just tell that VioletPumpkin is just so practiced about, like, everything she wants to do. She's like, I feel like she has, like, all the little things down in terms of, like, movement and just doing these slight improvements to make sure she is able to move slightly faster throughout the levels. Mini Monkey is available on the DK potion at Cranky's.
Okay, yeah, that's extraordinarily worthwhile. Okay. Yeah, those small optimizations are going to add up over time for sure. And getting these 2 moves now, like the rest of the seed, is going to just enable Donkey and Tiny to do so much more. I'm gonna go check the Banana Fairy aisle. Let's see what is being held behind the Banana Fairies.
And it's diving. Well, we definitely need diving.
Yep. We probably don't need that rainbow coin, though.
That does solve our Outer Isles 1 potion thing from earlier.
Yeah, it does.
All right, level 4 is Aztec. 16.
Hey, we wanted to go there.
Aztec Kasplat. All right, so one of the Kasplats in the tunnels by the Hunky Chunky Barrel is going to be what we need. How do we still not have a multipath hint?
Yeah, where are the multipath hints?
Chimpy charge sighting. Connor didn't get that. More likely than not to not be anything, but we'll see if that comes into play later.
Yeah, good to know that it's there, but
Connor is unfortunately going to need to make a dump here to get to 4. I don't think VioletPumpkin is going to have to do that.
No, I don't think so. Violet has been a lot more thorough, so I think she might have like a slight edge in terms of GBs. Might not need to go for blueprints right now. Yeah, it looks like, yeah, if I caught that correctly, that looked like 4 GBs already.
VioletPumpkin is still sticking around in forest here. Meanwhile, Connor is going to be approaching caves. We'll get our first view.
Now, caves, we did get a. We do have a lot of items that are useful here in caves, so it's probably not just going to be like we're checking the shops and calling it a day. Lanky's actually got a fair amount to do with that baboon balloon. I think his metal is his metal in logic with just balloon?
I'm sure chat will get it faster than me, but let me refer to the logic infograph. Okay, Tracker, aka the Little King, says no.
Okay. It's doable, but it's not in logic.
All right, so VioletPumpkin is going to be getting diving here as well, and she's going to be making her way to caves in just a few moments. There's our first path hint. Isle Shops, path to key 4.
Well, all right. I think we know where key 4 is.
I don't know. Seems like
It's
a
not
pretty
a
big mystery to me.
Again, though, it's not a multipath. It's just, here's where key 4 is, presumably. I am slightly getting concerned.
Yeah,
over the
like
state of the hints.
something feels really wrong here, and I'm not. I don't really know what the goal of the seed is yet, right? Like, I feel like we don't really have much to go off of here. Like, we have two Way of the Hordes, Aztec Didymil and Aztec Kasplat Tunnel, but like we can't even go in there until we have 16 gold bananas.
Yeah. We don't have a lot of direction for right now. I think it's really just kind of be a matter of, like, just be thorough, get your GBs, because otherwise, like... What are we even going to be doing here?
Can only imagine one thing. The Seed of Legends 2, and Par 2 gets to commentate both of them.
No, please. Though if we do end up with another Seed of Legends, then I get to start making claims that my presence does things to these seeds.
We'll need to get you on comms for the finals if that's the case.
Oh no. This wasn't what I signed up for.
Alright, well, nothing too interesting in the shop so far, at least.
I mean, I guess we're appreciating getting more blueprints in GBs, but yeah, like, no moves, no keys. Oh no. Sorry, I just couldn't help but look at the chat in Jim Jam telling me that if this is another Seed of Legends, it's requesting I no longer commentate his matches. Given my track record with commentating Jim Jam's matches in particular, I really don't blame him.
Oh my gosh. But like, Jim Jam, you got to the finals. It's okay. Clearly she is good luck.
I mean, I do have something of a reputation in my old friend groups of being an anomaly when it comes to luck. Both good and bad. Usually good things happen to me and bad things happen to people around me, but you know, there's no correlation with Donkey Kong 64, surely.
So we just got an Outer Isles is Path Key 1 hint. We only got diving. And there's Cave's Helm lobbies is Path Key 5. So we have a little bit of progress here so far. Where are our K. Rool Kongs though?
Yeah, this is now 2 levels we've almost cleared out the hints for, and we don't know our K. Rool phases at all.
Like this, I don't think I've ever seen a seed do this before. Like this has got to be one in like a lot. One in a lot. We'll go with that.
Last time I was on commentary, we didn't know our 3rd K. Rool phase until very late. So,
I mean, worst case scenario, K. Rool's little room has the phase at the end. So, worst case scenario. In the meantime, Peanut Pop Guns was just purchased from Cranky Kong as Lanky.
Alright, well, I think I'm willing to put down that we might have a Diddy K. Rool only because of the fact of how the hints are lining up right now, and we already needed, like, half of Diddy's requirements for Helm anyway.
Yeah. So, that is something good to note as well from Eternal. This will also get us the Diddy medal in Aztec for sure.
Yeah.
That will allow Diddy to shoot enough balloons where he can get it. So, no worries with that check now. Got another Mad Maze Mall. I think it's the same one that they were doing earlier. The same one that we saw earlier. I don't know if Connor actually did this one or not, but we're doing it.
Love to have Coconut in order to quickly shoot down the Kasplats. One of my favorite things to do in this, not have to worry about my ammo count either.
Yeah, exactly. Violet's being a little bit more thorough in terms of checking the medals checks. I don't think Connor's going out of his way to get them. Obviously, that doesn't mean he's just gonna like forget about them, but like it's something to know for later.
No, right now the battle unfolding before us definitely seems to be a battle of trying to get through with the bare minimum versus being extremely thorough. And while Connor is making more progress, one would argue, the fact that you can use this thoroughness like to build up your GB count, which honestly the way that the seed is shaping up, that's likely what we need to do right now is just build up GBs to get into another level.
Tiny Temple's Path Key 1, so now we are pretty certain that Outer Isles diving is Path to Key 1, because Tiny Temple diving does lock a few things. It's not guaranteed, but that seems likely to be the case here.
It locks what, all but one check in Tiny Temple?
Yeah, and the even more interesting thing is that diving doesn't lock anything else. Now, remember, it doesn't involve, the hints don't take into account level access, so like, obviously level 4 Aztec is still gonna have stuff, but like, all those galleon checks that are underwater just isn't gonna be used this seed. So it's something to note.
Welcome to bonus stage.
Cyber Chow pointing out in chat, this also does mean Mechfish is dead.
Dang.
As if diving is just past the Key 1 and it's in Tiny Temple, oh well, that's all that we get for diving.
Tiny purchases Key 4 from Cranky and Isles, so we will be going to level 5 next. We are not close to 16 GBs, so we will not be going to Aztec right now.
Well done!
I know we have one other Kong hint. Have we gotten a hint for both of them or just the one?
We have not seen Chunky, but for Diddy, he is locked by Castle Tiny.
Okay.
So it is unknown where the Chunkster is. It is unknown if we even need the Chunkster at this point. It's unknown who we need to beat K. Rool at this point, so like, we'll see.
2 entire levels and no K. Rool hints.
22 minutes in is actually bonkers. Like, how is this possible? All right, Japes level 5, and it costs 8. 5 tunnels path to key 5.
Again, just a key hint. Like, this has got to be like we're getting items that are going to be just on the way to this other stuff, right?
Oh, there's a potion in Lowlands for Tiny Kong. We can't get in there yet because we don't have Diddy, we don't have Feather, but something to note for later.
Yeah. Write that down, remember it for later. You might need it.
5-8 Diddy Lanky. Oh my goodness, finally.
Okay, yeah. I had a feeling we had a Diddy phase involved in here somewhere, and Lanky, that's not too bad to hear about either.
So Cave Shops is path to 5-8 Diddy Lanky, like I said. That is going to be Peanuts. So Peanuts obviously gets us access to gives us at the Diddy phase. That clears that. Let me see here. So key 5. We also got a Cave's Helms lobby hints.
Something to note real quick. There was a clear potion in the Ramby cage for Donkey.
Ooh, that's good to note. We have 2 Lowlands potions currently.
Homing ammo from Funky and Japes.
So there are 2. So Cave Shops was path to key 5. There are 2 other key 5 hints that we know of, and one is Cave's Helm lobby. The other is Japes Hive Tunnel area. If we do not see what the item is in the Hive Tunnel area on the Splats, we're gonna have to assume that Feather is in this chain somewhere. And that would also rule out Tiny Phase if that's the case. However, we don't really know what's going on with the Cave's Helm lobby. But we should know sooner or later, whether that's earlier or later in the chain than the Japes Hive Tunnel 1, just because of order of operations shenanigans. So, we're gonna continue to check Japes, though. I'll just read those so fast.
Yeah,
Hive Tunnel is
sure.
key 8 Diddy phase. So, 2 Hive Tunnel hints. Maybe both Splats will have something. Maybe there's some Feather locked. If we only find one item before the Feather gate, then Tiny Face is not going to be part of Final Gate.
Yeah, in which case it's going to either be Donkey or Chunky. And I have my doubts on it being a Chunky phase, given the hints we've been given so far. But that's just my vibe check at this point.
Imagine a fully unhinted Chunky phase. That would be absolute nightmare fuel for racers.
Hasn't it happened before? Like a Chunky phase jump scare right at the end of a seed?
I've had a Diddy phase jump scare happen to me at one point. Wait a minute. Violet declined homing ammo. That's crazy.
Sure.
Apparently Violet is a known homing skipper, so that's probably why.
No, fair enough. I guess nothing that we've seen so far has indicated us really requiring homing ammo in order to finish. We have no information on Castle yet, really.
No, not at all. Oh, actually, no, sorry. We do have the Diddy is located in Castle, but that's about it.
Yeah.
It looks like Connor is going to opt to buy some things here after all. If Violet's going over here, we're gonna get our first look at the tunnel. Let's see what we find.
Praying for 2 items.
All right, that's bongles. So there's item number 1.
Okay.
And there's oh no. Oh, that's such a bad one to get.
Oh
There's
no.
questions.
Well, I think we figured out.
I now have questions about this seed.
Oh no! Wait. Well, we have 2 hive tunnel hints, and sniper scope is involved with one of them. Oh no. Well, there's our castle information.
Yep. All right, well, key 5 is on, there's another path key 5 in Cave Helm lobbies. So like, is key 5 just in Helm lobby? Can that be a thing? I think that's like one of the only things, because there's nothing bongos locking anything in caves at Helm lobbies, unless there's like another line in this path we don't know of course.
Maybe.
It also doesn't solve why Peanuts hasn't been accounted for yet, so there's got to be some kind of missing item.
I'm not gonna lie, with the hints that we've been given so far, I almost feel like I'm back in season 2.
Whoa, guitar gazump. There's a thing needed for Helm.
Yeah, we need that. So Strong Kong is probably somewhere in a hint chain. Or is that an either or?
I don't think we have enough information to determine that yet, but yeah, because it could be an either or with ponytail twirl, but we don't know for sure. Main aisle foolish.
That's not a bad one to get.
I believe VioletPumpkin is going to end Japes at this location. Yep.
So for sure we are going to be, if only we had Diddy Kong, we would probably be able to route in the medal. Unfortunately, we still have not found our castle access yet. But this could splat over by the chunky barrel. This was hinted.
Barrel throw.
Yeah, we need that. So now Lanky just needs trombone accounted for, and he's good.
Alright, so we should be getting Aztec Diddy medal here at some point in the next couple minutes. We'll be able to see what we get on that.
With what Diddy Kong?
Oh. That's kind of important, isn't it? That's why I am not in the tournament.
It's okay, I'd be hyper lost if I was the one playing here, because these hints are not ones that my brain would get along with.
I don't know, at least they're kind of small, except for that cave shop hint.
Yeah.
Ironically, I beat VioletPumpkin in the Season 3 tournament last year, so I'm kind of gonna hold that as my trophy for this year.
You know what? Good for you. You get to hold that trophy.
Alright, nothing on the DK medal. Horse Ballerina's Way of the Horde. That is funky.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Forest, Funky Lanky. I don't know, the more of these hints I see, the more I feel like this is going to be like an Omega Jet Seed. There, I said it. 32 minutes in, I said the J word.
I'm not convinced. It could... I mean, it's possible. It's certainly possible. But I kind of feel like there's still a little bit of missing information for me to say that for sure.
Alright, I can imagine we're going to be ending on the DK 5-door temple here. Still have no idea where Chunky is. We do know where Diddy is, but we have no idea where Castle is. So without that Castle access, Diddy is a no-go.
Definitely going to want to find E5 at some point. Hopefully. Or
Diddy
E1
Tiny
even.
Lanky. There we go.
Oh, yeah.
So Forest Buster X-Ray was 5'8", Diddy Tiny Lanky. Let me see here. Let's see if we can parse this out. Was Peanut on Funky in Caves?
Peanut was on Cranky? Was that Cranky? Yeah, that was Cranky.
I believe we don't have anything else in exterior, but like that's really our only path forward here. It's third melon. Mark that one off on your bingo boards.
These are pretty lax K rule requirements, by the way. Like, since we had gotten Mini Monkeys so early, basically for free, and like... And we ended up stumbling into Peanut as well. Barrel throwing was not that far out of the way. And presumably we have a decent idea of where Trombone is. So
Connor's gonna be checking out 5-door cabin here. Now, he's gonna be chasing this Bongos path, and we don't really know which direction Bongos is pointing us to. More than likely, this is gonna be the 8 Diddy hint, but we don't know that for sure, I don't think. Oh, and this is gonna be Rocket Barrel? It is, so that solves that.
all right.
So that means the sniper hit is only for key 5 and Bongos is 8 Diddy. And we just solved the Diddy phase here, but we don't... Actually, no, we do know why that's key 8. So I'm pretty sure that seed, or the hint path there is for the most part solved.
Yeah. Since we need Rocket Barrel for both the helm and the phase.
And then something to note here as well is that Violet never got homing ammo. You can still do that room that Connor just did without homing ammo, but it's gonna be a little bit of a pain. But it's not doable, you know.
It's not the end of the world. Just sometimes one of the bees decides that they want to be a speedrunner too.
Yeah.
But that's about the worst thing that happens.
Listen, they're just trying to have a good time. Nice.
And I can't take that away from them.
This is gonna be a quick and easy ballerina for Connor 75.
Maybe I should get on board this jet before it takes off. Are we checking a boss?
Ah, we are.
What are we trying to pull from the boss?
Maybe because Barrel throws Wave the Horde. I know we need it for Lanky phase, but I don't know. We'll see.
Could you
This
imagine though? This would be a pretty massive pull if it's good.
But it's nothing.
No.
Oh, just nothing.
I get it.
All right, so now Violet's done, and she is presumably moving back into caves with Conner here. Gotta chase that Bongos path. Looks like she's going back to Aztec. Wonder what she's gonna be scoping out. Oh, there's Grape. It is on Caves CB rewards for DK.
All right. So that gives us access to a couple miscellaneous things. We can go to the Owl Tree area. We can get... I think... Did we see the boss portal in Forest already?
That's behind the DK barn.
Okay, so then that is worth at least another hint, but... And, like, one check right now with our current items. We're probably going to take this elsewhere. Key 1 in Tiny Temple. Oh, yeah, that's Tiny Temple access for us.
Yeah, and we can see Connor's just going straight toward Tiny Temple here. No hesitation at all.
Mm-hmm. Probably in the Diddy Cage or Vulture shooting or the arena. Probably one of the things that we have access to. Yes, great commentary part. Look, you gotta be able to laugh at yourself.
Now, VioletPumpkin is doing this check without homing, but as you can see, no trouble at all for one of the top players in the randomizer scene at this time. So good job by her. She collects some extra coins before going out, and she has Rocket Barrel.
Very nice pull. Like, once again, like, the difference between these two isn't really all that big right now. There's advantages that each player has over one another at the moment. Conner a little bit further along in terms of the hint pathing, potentially. Well, Violet's not too far behind.
Oh, wow, she's doing this. That's kind of a surprise. This is kind of a longer one. Meanwhile, Conner is going to be checking the vulture. I mean, that was going to be obvious because there's something in here. Oh, and there's a key. Key 1.
There we go.
That's a big key. Wow.
I've never seen a key on the vulture. It looks so cursed.
It's like 4 times the size of the vulture. Key 1 acquired.
Might as well check the battle arena while we're here, but after this, I imagine we're going to check level 2. No, we're not. Yeah, I don't think I would do a 30-second or 30-plus second arena for a rainbow coin either.
Yeah.
Especially since we just got one.
Castle Lanky Greenhouse.
Okay.
Oh, too bad by Conner. He'll have to pray that this is a golden banana to get in. Or do the trophy backflip. Oh, it's not. Just Conner no trophy flip. Oh, there's nothing there anyway. It doesn't matter. Violet coming out with Grape. Great pull by her. She wants back into Aztec. This will get her key 1.
Yeah, Grape getting that, and these visits to Snide on Conner's end, they are helping Violet close the gap, like in terms of just having that GB advantage, as well as not really missing a beat when it comes to these items either.
Yeah, and like Connor's made 2 turn-ins already, while Violet has not done any kind of turn-ins. Like that's a pretty decent advantage that Violet is going to have here going into the middle game and possibly end game here. However, Violet is still slightly behind in the progression, as you can see, but still a decent amount of gameplay to go here. 42 minutes into the run. We are watching DK64 Randomizer.com's Season 4 tournament. This is the loser semifinals match, Conner 75 versus VioletPumpkin.
And if I'm not mistaken, unlike the winner's side, this is a winner-take-all, no second chances in the bracket at this point.
That is correct. The losers finals is going to be best of 3, but this is our final best of 1. So, only one of these great competitors are going to be making it to the losers semifinals here. So you gotta go big or you gotta go home.
Now, hopefully we're going to be leaving castle +1 Diddy Kong, and after clearing out the hints, I actually have to wonder, do you expect Conner to just try to bail out and go collect that Aztec Diddy medal, like, as soon as possible? Because I'm not sure what else we still need to do in castle that we have access to, other than, I guess, we can do the lanky sniping tower. We have everything we need for that, and hope that sniper scope just leads to that.
Yeah, this is kind of an interesting spot because Conner probably feels like he hasn't really made any mistakes yet. So, like, he probably... I would guess in his mind that he doesn't need to be super hurry about it, but, like, at the same time... There's saxophone to key 8, by the way. He probably does not really care that much about, like, hurrying out, but at the very least, he's going to be going around checking all the hints in the really quick spots before dipping out and going back into Aztec. We do have a key sighting, though. What is this?
Oh, okay.
Key 3 or 7, maybe? Can't be key 5.
If it's key 5, I have questions.
Okay, well, it is key 7, fortunately.
All right. Oh, no wonder that one was Way of the Horde. Violet performing a trophy flip only to find a banana medal. Unfortunate.
Violet's been pretty methodical in terms of collecting coins. She's really wanting to stack on those coins to buy a bunch of fast GBs here. Which, if this is in fact a jet seed, will be very useful as time goes on. Nice crouch flying to get to Cranky right away. We'll be buying a couple of bananas and or blueprints.
And GB count above all else is probably going to be what's most important at the moment, because the hints aren't really obfuscating all that much when you step back and look at it, now that we have a good amount of them.
Yeah, I feel like the lamp shading has been pretty real in terms of the last couple seeds we restreamed here, but nothing too crazy. And there is our boy Diddy Kong inside the garbage can.
Now the question is, hold out for about 14 more minutes to see if they can get their payout.
Yeah, we'll see how quickly Conner decides to bail here. I presume he's going to just go to the tunnels into the crypt loop before leaving because he wants to get all these hint doors. Mill Watch is not a thing this seed. It is foolish.
All right.
We saw that hint earlier, but saxophone to key 8 means, because we do need saxophone in Helm as for Tiny Kong, there is nothing else needed for saxophone, unless it's like lampshading Monkey Port or something. Isles Kasplat Helm Lobby is Way of the Horde. That's probably going to be our key 5.
I'm gonna echo what you said earlier. I'm like actually kind of surprised that like we're looking at a key 5 inside the Helm lobby.
Well, that or something to get key 5, obviously.
Or something for it, yeah.
But this is usually key 5's not on a super large path because it locks 2 levels, but this is a very interesting situation in terms of what exactly where exactly key 5 is in this chain of events. It looks like Connor's gonna be taking his, I don't want to say taking his time because this is still a quick check, but like he is not quickly rushing out like I thought he was going to. He's gonna be doing this check. He probably thinks he's in potentially a situation where he has to get as many golden as possible. He's just trying to like get some of the quicker ones along this way. Could be what he's doing here.
Like, I think once you realize that you're getting a lot of your progression items really quickly, it's not a bad idea to start shifting your focus to collecting more GBs.
Surroundings key 7. Oh, wow. That is totally a hint we needed.
Oh, my lord. By the way, were you aware?
Was totally not aware, I mean. Definitely not.
No, definitely not. We have not gotten a free Kong's hit path either.
Ooh, pineapple launcher. I'm not sure what that's going to do for us right now, but...
Possibly nothing. Are we in the realm? Are we looking at a chunky optional seed?
I don't think we've gotten a 4 Kong seed that's restreamed yet. At least for season 4.
Well, this might end up being a first for season 4.
Welcome to bonus stage.
Like, there is going to be a dedicated chunky hit somewhere, but we don't need him for endgame, and so far we're not being pointed in the direction of his checks.
Someone in chat said, and then there's Chunky, he's dead.
Classic. Cyberchow in chat saying we might be looking at a seed where key 5 is our go mode, despite Chunky being in level 6 or 7.
All right, back into Aztec here, presumably for Diddy's medal.
Yeah, I think we just beeline to the balloons and the big packs, yeah. Because I think this is like what our last outstanding hint here.
Yeah. The unfortunate thing about this is that the way the seed's been going, just because of how thorough Violet's been playing, like, she's going to be naturally falling behind because Conner has not been nearly as thorough as she has. And if there's not any more holdups here, that is just going to end up biting her in the butt, and she's not going to be able to catch up at this rate. So I think Violet at this point needs to hope for some kind of roadblock here to kind of slow things down. Meanwhile, Conner is probably very happy with how the seed's going here. Nothing has really slowed him down from the way he's been playing.
But he missed the crucial Chimpy charge. Clearly that's going to be the secret weapon that carries Violet back into the match, right?
Well, knowing how you were talking earlier, you may actually just curse the seed into making Chimpy charge something that they need. So, congratulations, I guess.
I would never do such a thing. How dare you accuse me of doing such a thing? I'm definitely trying not to will this into existence. You cannot prove anything.
Oh my gosh. I think we're definitely not going to be seeing Chimpy charge at this point, unfortunately, because I think my commentator in crime tried a little too hard. But that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. We are very close to seeing what is on Diddy Metal. I think the current guess is that this is going to be Monkey Port to get into Helm Lobby, which gets Key 5. So that's kind of the current potential situation right now.
And then what for K. Rool, we're still missing our feather, we're still missing our trombone. And that's it, isn't it? Yeah, there's that monkey port. Nice melon.
So what do we miss? So assuming this is Key 5, we just need 3 in trombone and feather, like you said. We are running very low on items we need here. So again, not looking great for VioletPumpkin just because of that. Oh, and here's the checks that we wanted them to check like 50 minutes ago, but they didn't have monkey port.
If only we got lucky. Oh well. Well, that being said, while we are short on items that we need, Connor does need to scrounge up 30 more GBs at the moment. Minus however many blueprints he still has.
Oh no, it's Chippy Charge!
Oh.
Imagine if the Helm Barrel has something.
Oh my god. Oh, this also solves Sniper Scope, doesn't it?
Yep. Cyrus Elf is, in fact, Path Key 5 for the Japes Hive Tunnel area hint.
Yep, okay, so, nope.
Galleon Chunky Cannon game. Aw, too bad. We do actually need him.
Okay, alright. The dream is dead. So now the question becomes, well, where's our Chunky Kong?
Another set of hints coming up here in Factory. Well, no, because we can't go in yet. We're going to check level 6.
And then level 6 is going to be Galleon out of process of elimination, since this is the last level that we're checking.
This is only 27, so we're going to be able to see this one here. There is Gorilla Grab in the lobby. Oh, it's a boss.
Japes boss. Okay.
What is Violet doing over here? Is she going for Diddy's Crypt? If this ends up being a pull, this would put... Unless there's a hint in Galleon here, this would put Violet back in the mix. Castle rooms, 1 potion. We did not see any potions in any castle rooms yet, because Violet did check the Diddy Ballroom.
Got a little bit unlucky with the numbers here. I always like it when you get them alternating rather than having the evens on one side and the odds on the other. That's just a fairy. But I guess we're here for the balloon.
And it was nothing, dang.
Yeah.
Alright, Violet is now going to be getting Diddy's Medal in Aztec. That should put her on the path going forward here. Meanwhile, we have a tiny potion in Galleon Funky, which is going to be Ponytail Twirl. Means no more 2% game to worry about in Helm.
And also now if we see a tiny potion of any kind, we are guaranteed to know that that's Feather. Got about 3 more minutes left before the doubters have to pay up. See if we can pull Chunky in that time.
Oh, you mean the believers, but yeah.
Oh, the believers. My bad. My brain's on backwards today. I hope it hasn't been too obvious.
I mean, I do that too. I wake up, put my brain in backwards. It happens. It's those dang removable brains. I should have spec'd a permanently installed brain. I think that would have been better. But anyway, Violet is looking like she's going to not go into 5-door temple because he's been collecting the ones outside of 5-door temples. She went into tiny temple, which Conner didn't do. And there is Chunky. He's not dead. And that means the accident that you said is actually going to be coming true because now believers do not have to pay. It's the doubters.
Well, there we go. See, I didn't make a mistake. I was just simply clairvoyant.
Apparently, you didn't curse the stream. You were just spouting facts. Oh man, look at all the believers in chat coming out of the woodwork. There is Monkey Port on the side of VioletPumpkin. Sadly, no Beetle Race, which would have been a fun check, but not today.
I mean, we already know that saxophone isn't going to be used for anything other than key 8, so... Unfortunately, no reason to even look at it. And now
we're about to find out what's... Yeah, the canon game is coming up here. Wonder what's going to be on this.
This is it. This is Chunky's entire reason for existing in this seed, allegedly.
It is key 3.
All right. Right around the same time, we're seeing Violet pick up key 5. And no, Chimpy Charge did not end up coming in clutch there, unfortunately.
Now we have to imagine, like, knowing this, Conner is absolutely stepping on the pedal here. He's wanting to go into the treasure room because this is the highest density check in terms, or highest density area in terms of getting a bunch of GBs right away. So this will include the treasure room. Or the hype chest, I should say.
You have hype chest, you have the Kasplat, you have both minigame barrels if you're the type to do minigames for GBs, which I have noticed quite a few people have been doing in Season 4. I think especially given that we don't have too many more move requirements left to finish, then yeah, we're just fully in get GBs mode.
Not a lot of gold bananas in the treasure room, actually. That's kind of disappointing, especially since diving was effectively hinted dead.
Yeah. That was just, what, 2 golden bananas inside the chest? That is not... It's not ideal.
No. Violet is going to be getting Chunky here.
Are going to be picking up some blueprints as well.
Connor is going back into Japes here for Japes boss. We'll see. This is kind of our last unsolved thing. And after this one, I would assume he would want to head into factory and see what's going on in there.
We did see also. Do we know if like what feather is path to? By the way, like, can we imply that rather?
Well, I mean, we only have one thing for Tiny right now. One hint. That was the forest mushroom exterior, which got us funky. Did we get monkey port off of that? Or mini monkey? I think we did. Wait, here's a purple potion. It's
oh
feather
wait, there's
ball.
feather right there.
Okay.
Okay, so Japes boss is trombone, right?
I hope it's trombone if they want this to be a jet seed.
Vines on Japes boss.
So yeah, like regardless whatever that is, you're gonna be micro hitting trombone. You just step on the gas at this point, you're just getting the micro hit in helm.
Yeah.
Connor's at 42. Looking at his blueprints, he can dump into Helm right now if he wanted to. Although, if this is trombone here, this is absolutely GG.
Yeah.
Violet is about to get key 3 herself. Oh my goodness, that was it. We are in go mode. Just need bananas now.
Yeah. A whole 22 bananas, to be fair, but only 8 of them to actually access Helm.
So Connor making the obvious decision and going to the level he never went to yet, which is factory to finish things up. But man, what an absolute masterclass in terms of routing by Connor. Like, other than some being short a GB or two at the beginning for B-lockers, like, I don't remember a single misstep he took or a single mistake at all.
It is worth mentioning also that while we are in a fresh factory for GBs, that we do not have slams for factory.
No. So, like, production room is out.
Also, I would be remiss if I did not mention that Violet did in fact pick up the bean just now.
All right, well, that tells that Violet's the winner. Violet, I will give you 1,000 Donkey Kong 6 for Randomizer.com respect points if you go plant the bean and get that check right now. And to me,
God,
that's worth more than winning this specific race.
You know what? I think I like what you're cooking right now.
Dang, chat wants the rabbit dead. They're going a different direction.
We have shopkeepers, fast checks. Yeah, I think we even, like... Okay, we're not going to go...
Connor has 9 blueprints. So, like, this puts him at 55 golden bananas. So he really only needs 9 more.
9 more GBs.
Now 8 more.
Too bad to pull. Actually, you can also grab a couple from Helm. We have all of our instruments even.
Dang, he's not even doing Power HUD. That's how fast he's in, because Power HUD does have a cutscene, and you don't want to be sitting in there all day waiting for that. So, Connor is probably just going to check shops and then just kind of get out. Maybe do the Kasplat in production.
I would say that's probably fast enough to do.
Oh, he's got enough GBs here. Like, this is just done.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Grab these, turn in your blueprints, and pick up the rest in Helm. All right, you know what? I'm sorry I ever doubted you. Jet Seed, absolutely.
I always knew it.
Are we looking at a potential sub 80?
So I think Charles had a 118 at one point, so there's a chance, but it's pretty... I don't think it's likely we're going to be seeing a Season 4 record here. Connor's currently at 11 blueprints. I'm presuming he's just going to buy out these shops and then head out.
Yeah. Yeah, we're at 50 right now. We have a bunch of blueprints. We have enough to enter Helm, and whatever we're missing, I assume we can just grab from, like, the fairies and whatever is sitting in Helm, potentially. Also, nice Japes boss Way of the Horde being completely skipped because we have go mode for everything else.
Yep. Alright, Connor's just done buying stuff.
We're actually opting to take this one because it'll be faster than just going through another shop animation, yeah. Helm Vines minigame is like the only thing that stops Conner right now, and even then it's just kind of a speed bump at this point. Violet picking up 20 Ponytail Twirl and cleaning out the shops here in Galleon.
So it's pretty insane seeing Violet. We were talking about how like Violet was ahead in GB count. Well, she's at 36 now compared to Connor's 60.
I definitely do. The routing that Conner ended up putting up, like, the only real speed bumps, like, in his routing was the fact that he needed to turn in blueprints 4 GBs for level access twice. And aside from that, basically laser focus to every required item for progression in this seed.
Wonder if Violet's gonna dump to factory. Like, right? It almost seems like Violet doesn't know at all that like this seed is already over. Oh dang, that's a crappy pull too. She's gonna do it though. But yeah, Conner is the absolute worst person you could draw if it's a turbojet. Charles being number 2, of course, but like I think Connor's even more scary because he has movement down pat.
Like, Violet was definitely showing she was capable of putting up a good fight with like how well she was able to execute a whole bunch of smaller chick tricks throughout her run as well. But Connor's routing just through this jet ended up being such a massive difference here. That all these extra checks, these like the thoroughness ends up biting you in the butt, as you said.
Yeah, I'd rather play Kilvaris in a chat because he's gonna be forfeiting 2/3 of the time anyway. Sorry, that was mean. I'm sorry, Kilvaris.
Here we are out throwing the shade. I mean, I can't entirely refute that from what I've heard, though. Like, I haven't personally been in a race room in a hot minute, but I do keep hearing that this is a consistent thing.
Donk is hard. It's hard to do consistently anyway. That's why people like Charles and Connor are always in there too, at the very top of the tournaments.
I do appreciate Connor taking the time to confirm what that it was strong Kong inside
and that's
there.
why personally I will be hard rooting for Jim Jam as the winner of the whole thing. Good luck, buddy.
Look, I'll believe anything at this point after seeing the seeds that I've seen Jim Jam navigate.
Yeah, Jim Jam is a really fantastic player.
But it's really up for grabs for these final few rounds.
Beating Charles twice in a best of 3 is no easy feat. I do not envy anyone who has to do that. But Kilaris did it last year, so. Ooh, you have a request to be on comms for Jim Jam's victory. Guess it's gonna have to happen.
I guess I'm gonna have to clear my schedule. Though I guess, to be fair, I get to deny the allegations that my presence causes cursed seeds to happen, unless you're of the persuasion that jet seeds are inherently cursed.
Is that a green potion? It's Primate Punch!
Of all the places!
that is such a funny location for Punch.
Whoa, this scene is a sense of humor. Okay, I dig it. This one's cool.
All right, into K. Rool we go. We have 1 fast phase and 2 slower phases, so I don't know if we're not cutting Charles PB for Season 4, but this will still be a very, very fast seed for Connor.
Yeah, well, with us having tiny phase and whatnot, it's going to be a fast one, but it's not going to be any record.
Switch to Connor's music to see what's going on his stream.
Well executed Diddy phase.
All right. Tiny phase. Meanwhile,
Yep,
we just found out that Chunky can be bought in Gloomy Galleon, we just found out.
By the way, were you aware?
By the way.
It's just...
All right, one part of Tiny Phase down. All right, I guess we'll switch back to Violet's audio since Connor's audio is a little bit quiet.
Mm-hmm. You know, I will say personally, though, I would gladly commentate for a Jet Seed over another 3-hour marathon.
Well, I
So,
gave you
a lot
that one
less
because I thought
tiring.
you'd like those. I thought you liked being in a classic DK64 randomizer video.
Oh, I don't get me wrong. I am honored to be a part of DK64 randomizer history, but I also don't want it to be a regular thing, you know?
Dang, Jim Jam is forcing you to go along for the ride.
I'm not doing it on purpose, I swear. Dang, I didn't know it was possible for me to catch heat when all I'm doing is commentating. I don't even generate these seeds. Although, admittedly, you don't want me to. Let me tell you, if you left me in charge of being a race mod, you'd all regret it.
That sounds like a challenge to me.
I'm not asking for it. I'm gonna be absolutely clear. If you want anyone who can attest to the level of garbage I've managed to generate, just ask Generic.
Generic in here?
I don't know
think
if
I
he's
saw
watching.
him today. Dang.
He gets first-hand experience on every single one.
Welcome to bonus stage.
So Violet is in Helm, so it's gonna look close, but like she's getting the Red Feather, so. All right, here comes the final K. Rool slippage.
We're just barely missing out on the sub 120.
And time. GG's.
GG's indeed.
All right, Connor is in here. Welcome, Mornin and GG's. Congratulations on making it to losers finals.
Mornin, thank you.
And
What a scene.
just watching you, it really felt like everything just went your way the whole time. Like the way you were playing was perfectly suited for a jet seed, and then you just ran into the only obstacle, which was the feather bow location, just by perfect chance.
Yeah, I realized. I mean, I felt bad about my forest route. I felt like I
Welcome
was
to bonus stage.
being kind of done with some of my choices in the first 20 minutes, but then once I got Grape on the Cave DK Metal, everything just fell together perfectly.
And Violet Pumpkin, thanks for joining us. Sorry about your loss. GG's though.
GG's. Yeah, so close to that sub 80.
Yeah, I'm
Well
glad it was
done.
thrilling for the viewers to debate whether or not this was sub 80 for like 20 minutes straight.
Dude, there was no path hint for like no, we didn't see any K. Rool Kong for like the first 25 minutes or something ridiculous like that. We had no idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, which
Yep.
felt like a good sign that it would be a jet.
Yeah,
Like, when
it
did
did
you-
kind of
when-
feel like that.
When
But,
did you feel
I
like
don't
it was
know.
gonna be a jet though?
I'd say so. I think the first 3 path hits were like Outer Isles 1, like Caves of Helm Lobbies 5, Hive Tunnel 5. Like once we were like 30 minutes in and hadn't read a single multipath hint yet, and every single hint was single path. I was like, okay. And then like key 7 in greenhouse, it's like everything is just in such easy locations. I think, yeah, when I finally got the grape, got key 1 in tiny temple, that's when I like knew absolutely for sure that this was just a jet the rest of the way through.
Yeah, I definitely struggle with making those sorts of calls. I don't know, I don't trust season 4 that much, so I always expect some curveball at the end. So I definitely didn't play as fast as I could have.
It's funny because there was a curveball at the end. I was so convinced that Feather was Jape's boss. And normally, like when I'm, because I was done 20 minutes ago, so I was looking at the chat when I was like in Galleon onwards, and people didn't seem to know where Trombone was. And like people were saying like, oh, go for the micro hint for Trombone. But like we had that peanut path to Lanky. We had the funky path to Lanky that got you coconut. So I was very sure it was Feather, Jape's boss, and then Trombone in the Feather cage in Jape's. So I was never like thinking about going for the micro hint for Trombone. I just happened to obviously do Chunky Underground for some GBs and got rewarded for that.
Yeah, I think that makes sense in the position you were in. I kind of felt like it might have been a slam on the boss, so I slam or some other move. So I was just gonna do Helm first to be safe, but yeah, then it all wrapped up.
Did you ever peek Jape's boss early in the seed?
I did not.
Okay, did you ever think about, because for me, when I was in caves and I got Rocket Barrel, my next play, because I was like stumped. I didn't know how I was getting into the tiny temple for key 1. I didn't know how, it didn't seem like I was able to get key 5. So I was panicking when I found Rocket Barrel in the DK cabin because I didn't know what to do next. I just thought, okay, maybe it's weird coconut path to Cave's DK metal, and the very next check I was planning on doing was Jape's boss because that was coconut locked. But I got grape instead, which made me deviate.
That makes sense. Yeah, I wasn't super surprised when I got grape off of Cave's DK metal, but I was definitely getting to the point where just do everything, check all the bosses and stuff.
Tudos, do you remember who got grape first? Was like how much? I assume I got it first, but how?
You did. You got it first. You were effectively ahead the entire time, just because Violet was doing extra stuff like Diddy Rafters in Forest. So like, just because of that, like you were ahead of in progression wise the entire time.
Okay, but yeah, I could see the seed going very poorly if you leave caves without grape.
Yeah, I didn't have grape my first trip.
Yes. This was baby seed, not too much to talk about, but I do want to slightly change the subject here before I cut stream. I do want to congratulate you, Connor, for getting DK64 Randomizer into AGDQ 2026. I'm sure you are looking forward to that, and as well as everyone in the stream.
Yes, it is going to be super exciting. We have been waiting for this moment for quite a few GDQs now, and I think it's going to be the perfect time to show off the randomizer in its current state. And Kuiper and I have a super fun race planned. We're going to need some help getting the perfect seed vetted ahead of time, but I have no doubt that we will get a terrific seed for that, and it's going to be super exciting.
Yeah, so to whoever's vetting those seeds, make sure if like you're getting a secondary hand to vet seeds for you, just send all the worst possible seeds to who's in chat? Who should I pick on? Verntash, yes. If you want a second set of eyes and you just find an absolutely awful seed, just send it to Verntash and just to give her a good time. So that's my recommendation for the day.
At the very least, give the rabbit race seeds to her.
Yes. All right. We will go ahead and wrap it up there. Thank you again for watching. For those watching on YouTube, we don't know exactly when the race is going to be at GDQ. I believe the schedule gets published later this month. So we will obviously announce that when we figure that out. But other than that, congratulations again to Connor for winning and getting DK64 Randomizer into AGDQ.
Thank you. I hope to see lots of people there. It would be, you know, terrific to have an insane turnout, and there'll be lots of randomizer activities we can do outside of the one run as well. It's always a fun time.
Yes,
people from the community.
Myself and the developers are planning on hosting a How the Randomizer Was Made panel, so should be a good time to talk about DK64Randomizer.com at that panel. I'll be there, Elrock will be there, Killy will be there, and Balam, I don't think can make it, but he will be calling in for that panel. So it'll be basically I imagine like a bunch of other community members will be there. So if you are interested in going to GDQ, this is the one to go to if you're into DK64Randomizer.com. So we will see you there. All right, that being said, thank you, Par2, for commentating with me. And thank you to Sarah for hosting and being a race mod. She is getting a pay decrease for this seed. And then thank you for Lil King and Me Think of Things for tracking. So thanks again for all the help, and we will see you on Thursday. I believe it's 7 p.m. Eastern. Yeah, November 6th, Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern for the final match of Charles versus Jim Jam on twitch.tv/DK64 Speedruns. So, that being said, we will go ahead and raid. And see you later. Morning.
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 We'll go watch Randall. He got, I think, tied third place in beta, so he'll be a good watch. Morning.